It's the first of the month, and all the bills are due. You might have received a letter from the court or somewhere else regarding what you owe, what's going to happen if you don't do this. A bunch of threats. People calling you, asking you for money, or asking you for the money that you may owe them. It's the first of the month. The new moon is about to be upon us. It's the first of the month. And now there's a reason why all of this is happening. Your energetic levels are depleted. You're starting to worry about what's due, how much you have, what you can pay, what you can't pay. Just pay attention. Look around. See all the things that's going on in your life right now. See any type of events that might be spiraling out of control, like some fucked up shit that may have just happened around this time, around this moment. It's all because these elite, this malice elite faction that chooses to use this dark moon energy, which is the shadow energy, and all of your reserved energetic levels that you've stored up to now. You was feeling good just last week, the end of the month, bills paid, everything's good. You know what I'm saying? Last 2 weeks of the month, you feel great, right? You might get the rush at the last moment, as far as like what's coming in, your mind starts to veer off and think about that as the energy changes and comes upon us. However, the rest of the month, you breezing well, you breezing by. You feel like you may have acquired X amount of things. You got certain things looking good, feeling good. You are oblivious to all the shit that just passed and all the shit that's to come. So you have these energetic levels that's been built up throughout the month. You might have received some good news and had what you would consider to be a positive, because it is a addition to your finances or whatever may have happened. You know your own situation. I'm just giving you the scenarios, the things to look out for, the things that tend to occur from the energies that's being put out. So there's a reason why all your bills are coming in on the first. They do this because they know that you have this high energetic level, that these resources built, these reservoirs built up, excuse me. And so the goal is to deplete you, even just by getting you to adjust your focus from whatever it is that you deem to be important to you in your life to now what is at hand, what's come about, which have come about is the fact that you owe. Now, a lot of times this energy is not really noticed because at the first of the month, you may also be receiving. You may be on the receiving end, whether you own a business and you are the one sending out the bills to everyone else, and now you have X amount of dollars coming in. It doesn't matter because everyone has bills due around the first of the month. So a lot of times, you're looking at what's coming in, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you also are aware of what's going out. And a lot of times what's going out is higher uh, than what's actually coming in. So you're always going to have this stress. You're always going to be thinking about these things. And a lot of times it can trickle over to you through family members, friends, and everyone else who may not be in the same position as you financially, that may be calling you, asking you to borrow money, like I said, borrow money, or the ones that's calling to ask for that money that you borrowed last week because they need it now. You know what I'm saying? Also, the energy is like max, because a lot of times, like I said, we have a lot of things. Certain faction of us have money and resources coming in, so we're not really focused on what's going out until we actually pay attention to what's going on. But still, because we know it's the first of the month, your energetic levels are being depleted, and your endocrine system has now started to create a physical chemical response to this energy. You'll also see it not only even if you don't recognize it internally, because a lot of people walk around, completely oblivious to what's going on inside of them internally, whether it be their feelings. A lot of people are more reactive, and they just don't have that high level of awareness when their emotions and different chemicals are being produced within the body, which is causing certain emotional responses within themselves. But you may notice it in your environment. You may notice a chain reaction of just fucked up events starting to happen in your environment. And, you can't really equate to understand why certain shit is always happening around the first of the month. Well, this is why I'm telling you why. Because the energies that are being used and produced and depleted and sucked out of you, and this is being done by your own compliance and your own will. Like, you are giving over your will. You're giving open access to these malice elite factions to be able to constantly do this, which is throwing you into a loop every month. Every month you're in a loop. You're in a loop to pay the bills. You're in a loop to get the money. You're in a loop to stay busy. You can't think properly. You don't have enough time to even think about anything outside of the normal routine that you are locked into every single month. So there is a way to counteract all of these things that's going on externally and internally, is by not allowing yourself to be misaligned, to allow your alignment to stay to that which you deem fit, whatever it is that you deem important in your life. What you have the ability and the power to program yourself, just as they have the ability and the power to tap into your power resources to program you and to cause these chemical chain reactions within yourself, and then that shows up externally in your environment as well. You also, by you being the powerful one that actually hold the power, because see, they don't have any power for real. They're weak. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they have to constantly create all of this chaos in society, because their magic tricks are not even that powerful. They're like elusive. They come and they go. They come and they go. That's why they have to constantly keep up this chaotic environment that we're all existing in. It's always something new that comes about, because you are the one that holds the power. You are the God. You have the ability to program yourself. You are the controller, the ultimate controller. Even when you don't feel in control, you are ultimately the most powerful and the highest controller in your life. You have just given up your will to another faction, to outside of yourself. That means you have given consent, whether knowingly or unknowingly. You have given your consent for someone else to use your energetic levels, to be able to tap into your internal self, your spirit, your mind, your body, and to cause these chemical reactions which is a hysterical fluctuation within your emotional self, your spiritual self. You are unaware of the perpetual loop that you have been caught in. So this is to wake you up and to open your eyes and to explain to you what is going on. Even if you don't have the time to think about it, now you know. If you listen to this video, if you hear this message, you know. If you're reading this blog post, you know. So now you have the ability to change it. Just as you are always being studied and you are signing up and entering yourself into these experiments knowingly or unknowingly, you have the ability to be the scientist in your own life. Put yourself in your own experience, in your own experiments. You know what I'm saying? Study yourself, because they already been studying all of us for many, many, many years, decades, ongoing, all day, every day. It's just that imperative that you now take it into your own responsibility to turn the eye back into yourself and start studying yourself. Your cells, every cell in your body, it has the ability to be programmed. You can program yourself. You can cause your endocrine system to excrete a certain combination of hormones that ultimately is responsible for what it is that you experience, what you see, all sorts of shit. I got a lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff I've been researching and a lot of stuff that I've been delving into, and I'm going to be explaining and sharing it with everyone. So this is just a short message to let y'all know, stay in alignment. Do not get out of alignment. There's also key methods on how to program yourself to put yourself into alignment to what it is you deem important in your life, what you want to see to happen, so that your flow is your flow and it cannot be shooken, it cannot be shaken, it cannot be moved, it cannot be hindered or transformed in any kind of way unless you're the one that's doing it. And now you have the awareness that you are the one that's doing it. It don't matter what the fuck is happening outside in your environment. You will start to see, once you gain control and you consistently stay in this alignment and you consistently stay programming yourself, you'll start to see your outside environment being an effect of everything that you are consistently, continuously doing internally. And then there is no outside power that is causing any sorts of effects in your life whatsoever. You become the programmer, you become the controller, you become the visionary. You live in your visions. Your visions are your reality, your actuality. That's just how simple it is. So, I don't know, wherever you're hearing this message, subscribe, like, share this message so others can also receive. And I'm all about building. And great minds build magnificent things together. So chime in, you know what I'm saying? Leave your thoughts, add-ons, any techniques you might have. I'll be bringing actual key methods on how to perform some of these programmed abilities that we carry coming soon. So link in, and I'll see you soon. Ashe.